Lesson 1: Staying connected in the digital age.
Hey Anna, have you been using email a lot these days to keep in touch with friends and family?
Definitely, email has become such an essential tool for staying connected.
I agree, it's amazing how much we rely on electronic mail to communicate.
Absolutely. It's so convenient to be able to send messages and share updates instantly.
Definitely. And the ability to attach files and documents makes it really useful for all kinds of exchanges.
That's true. Email is great for both personal and professional communications.
Exactly. I find it especially helpful for coordinating schedules and planning events with people.
Same here. The thread feature makes it easy to keep conversations organized.
Definitely a game changer compared to the old days of physical mail.
For sure. Email has really transformed the way we stay in touch.
Absolutely. It's hard to imagine life without this technology now.
I know, it's become such an integral part of our daily lives.
For sure. Email is just one of the many ways technology has revolutionized communication.
Definitely. It will be interesting to see how it continues to evolve in the future.
I agree, it's an exciting space to watch. Thanks for the great chat about email.
Lesson 2: Remote Work Rumination.
Afternoon, Anna. I heard you recently started working remotely. How's that been going?
It's been a real game changer, John. Definitely a big adjustment, but I'm loving the flexibility.
That's great to hear. I can imagine working from home has its perks.
Absolutely. Being able to create my own schedule has really helped reduce my stress levels.
I can see how that would be the case. No more commuting or rigid office hours.
Exactly. And I find I'm actually more productive without all the distractions of the office.
That's interesting. I would have thought the opposite, to be honest.
I know, it's a common misconception. But the lack of office chit-chat is a game changer.
Ah, good point. Those little interruptions really do add up, don't they?
Definitely. And I find I have more energy and focus without the daily grind.
That's wonderful. Sounds like a win-win situation for you.
It really is. And the work-life balance has improved immensely.
I can imagine that would be the case. Being able to step away from your desk whenever needed.
Precisely. No more feeling guilty about leaving the office early for appointments or errands.
That flexibility must be incredibly freeing. I can see how it would help prevent burnout.
Absolutely. It's been a game changer for my overall well-being.
Well, I'm glad to hear it's working out so well for you, Anna. Maybe I should look into remote work myself.
Lesson 3, The Art of Persuasion.
Hey Anna, I've got a task that needs your help. Could you lend me a hand painting the fence this weekend?
Painting the fence? That doesn't sound like the most exciting way to spend a Saturday.
I know, but hear me out. I think we could actually make it fun and enjoyable.
Fun and enjoyable? I'm having a hard time picturing that. How exactly do you plan to do that?
Well, we could turn it into a bit of a game or competition. See who can paint the fastest or the neatest.
I suppose that could make it a bit more interesting. What else did you have in mind?
And we could crank up some music, maybe order a pizza to keep us fueled up.
Ooh, pizza does make everything better. Alright, you've piqued my interest.
Great! I knew I could convince you. This is going to be a really rewarding experience.
We'll see about that. But I'm willing to give it a shot and see if we can make it enjoyable.
That's the spirit. I guarantee you'll be having fun before you know it.
We'll see about that. But I'm open-minded and ready to embrace my inner painter.
Excellent. I'm confident you're going to have a great time. This is going to be epic.
Epic, huh? We'll see about that. But I'm willing to give it a go and see what happens.
That's what I like to hear. This is going to be the best fence painting party ever.
We'll see about that. But I'm willing to trust your enthusiasm and give it a shot.
Fantastic. I can already tell this is going to be a day to remember.
Lesson 4, A Cultural Adventure.
Morning, Anna. Have you ever been to Central Park?
Central Park? No, I haven't had the chance yet. Is it worth a visit?
Oh, it's an absolute must-see. The park is like a little oasis in the middle of the city.
Really? What makes it so special? I've heard it's quite large.
Exactly. It's over 800 acres, with so much to explore. The landscapes are stunning.
Landscapes? In the middle of New York City? That's intriguing.
Absolutely. There are beautiful gardens, lakes, bridges, and even a zoo.
A zoo? In the middle of Manhattan? This park sounds incredible.
And that's not all. The cultural offerings are top-notch too.
Cultural offerings? Like what? I'm getting more and more curious.
World-class art museums, concert halls, theaters, it's a cultural mecca.
Wow, I had no idea Central Park was such a hub of activity. I'm convinced.
You have to go, Anna. It's like stepping into a different world, right in the city.
Well, you've certainly sold me on it. When can we plan a trip to explore?
How about this weekend? I'd love to be your guide and show you around.
Sounds perfect. I can't wait to experience the magic of Central Park.
Trust me, it's going to be an unforgettable adventure. I can't wait.
Lesson 5, An Outdoor Adventure.
Wonderful day, isn't it, Anna? Perfect for an outdoor adventure.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to spend some time in nature.
Me too. I was thinking we could check out that new hiking trail.
A hiking trail? That sounds perfect. I haven't been hiking in ages.
It's supposed to have some amazing views. We'll get some fresh air.
Fresh air and stunning views? Count me in. I need to get out of the city.
Wonderful. I packed a nice picnic lunch we can enjoy along the way.
Ooh, a picnic in nature? This is sounding better and better.
And I heard there's a beautiful waterfall at the end of the trail.
A waterfall? I love waterfalls. This is going to be an incredible day.
I thought you'd be excited. Nature always lifts my spirits.
Same here. I can't wait to disconnect from the busy city life.
That's exactly why I suggested this. We both need a refreshing escape.
You're so thoughtful. I'm really lucky to have a friend like you.
Ah, thanks, Anna. I'm just happy we get to experience this together.
Me too. Shall we get going? I'm eager to hit the trail.
Absolutely. Let's make the most of this beautiful day outdoors.
Lesson 6, Jazzy Tunes.
Yo, Anna, did you catch that amazing jazz festival downtown last weekend?
No, I missed it. I heard it was absolutely incredible though. Jazz music is just the best.
You've got that right. There's something about the smooth melodies and improvisation that just speaks to me.
Definitely. And the energy at those festivals is always so electric. I wish I could have been there.
Well, you're in luck. There's another big jazz event happening in a few weeks. We should totally go together.
Really? I'd love that. I've been meaning to expand my jazz music knowledge.
Perfect. We can check out all the different performers, grab some tasty festival food, and just soak in the vibe.
Sounds like a plan. I can't wait to experience the thrill of live jazz again.
Me neither. Jazz festivals are just the ultimate celebration of that incredible art form.
Absolutely. There's nothing quite like the energy of a crowd grooving to an amazing sax solo.
Totally. And you never know what kind of surprise collaborations or impromptu jam sessions might break out.
Ooh, that's true. I love the element of spontaneity at those kinds of events.
Same here. It makes the whole experience feel so alive and unpredictable.
I'm so excited. We're going to have an absolute blast at this jazz festival.
No doubt about it. This is going to be one for the books, for sure.
Lesson 7, A Vivid Storyteller.
Anna, you'll never guess the amazing story I heard yesterday.
Oh? Do tell, I love a good story. What happened?
The old man down the street was recounting his wartime experiences.
Wartime experiences? That sounds captivating. What did he say?
He described the battles in such vivid detail, I could practically hear the guns firing.
Wow, that must have been intense. He really has a way with words, doesn't he?
Absolutely. He painted such a vivid picture in my mind, I felt like I was there.
I can only imagine. Storytelling is truly an art form.
Definitely. The way he conveyed the emotions and chaos of that time was remarkable.
I wish I could have heard him. He sounds like a master at evoking imagery.
You'd be amazed. He had me on the edge of my seat the whole time.
I bet. Storytellers with that level of skill are rare these days.
I know, right? Modern entertainment just doesn't compare.
That's so true. There's something special about an oral tradition.
Agreed. His words left such a vivid impression, I can't stop thinking about it.
Lesson 8, Abe's Athleticism and Storytelling.
Anna, did you know Abraham Lincoln was quite the athlete in his youth?
Really? I never realized the 16th president had such a sporty side.
Absolutely. Apparently, he was known in Illinois as an excellent wrestler.
Wow, I wouldn't have expected that from such a renowned statesman.
Yeah, he was apparently quite skilled and even won several local matches.
Fascinating. I wonder what other hidden talents he had.
Well, he was also renowned as a captivating storyteller in his community.
A storyteller, huh? That's quite the versatile skill set.
Definitely. The locals loved listening to his vivid tales and anecdotes.
I can imagine. He must have had a real knack for engaging an audience.
Absolutely. His ability to paint a picture with his words was remarkable.
It's amazing how many layers there are to such an iconic historical figure.
Agreed. Lincoln was truly a Renaissance man in so many ways.
It makes you wonder what other hidden depths these great leaders had.
Definitely. There's always more to discover about the icons of history.
For sure. Lincoln sounds like he was quite the well-rounded individual.
No doubt. A talented athlete, gifted storyteller, and of course, a legendary president.
What an impressive resume. He really had it all, didn't he?
Absolutely. Lincoln was quite the remarkable man in so many respects.
Lesson 9: Prehistoric Discoveries.
Anna, did you hear about the fascinating fossil discoveries in Africa?
No, what have they found? I'm always eager to learn about new paleontological discoveries.
Apparently, researchers have uncovered fossils of over 150 previously unknown species.
Wow, that's incredible. What kind of creatures are these mysterious new fossils from?
The really intriguing part is that some of them bear no resemblance to any known species.
How exciting! It must be shedding new light on the prehistoric world.
Absolutely. These findings could rewrite our understanding of evolution and life on Earth.
I can only imagine how groundbreaking these discoveries must be for the scientific community.
Definitely. Paleontologists are buzzing with excitement to further investigate these fossils.
I bet they can't wait to uncover more details about these prehistoric enigmas.
Exactly. Who knows what other secrets the Earth may still be hiding in its ancient layers?
The prospect of discovering entirely new species is just fascinatingly mind-boggling.
I agree. It really makes you wonder what other wonders are waiting to be found.
Absolutely. The more we learn, the more we realize how much more there is to discover.
Couldn't have said it better myself. The world of paleontology is truly a frontier of wonder.
Indeed. These fossil finds are a testament to the incredible richness of our planet's past.
For sure. I can't wait to see what other prehistoric puzzles get solved in the years to come.
Me neither. It's an exciting time to be a student of the natural sciences, that's for sure.
Definitely. The possibilities for new discoveries are endlessly intriguing.
Lesson 10: The Joys of Pet Ownership.
Morning, Anna. Have you noticed how having a pet always brightens up your day?
Absolutely. Lily's purring never fails to put a smile on my face.
I know what you mean. My dog Buddy's wagging tail is the best mood booster.
Pets really do have a special way of lifting our spirits, don't they?
Definitely. There's just something so comforting about their unconditional love.
Completely agree. They're always there to listen without judgment.
Exactly. I find myself telling Buddy all my problems, and he just listens intently.
Haha, I do the same thing with Lily. She's the perfect non-judgmental confidant.
It's amazing how perceptive they can be, too. Buddy always knows when I need a cuddle.
Totally. Lily somehow senses when I'm feeling down and comes to snuggle up to me.
Pets really are a source of endless joy and comfort, aren't they?
Absolutely. I don't know what I'd do without my furry little companion.
Me neither. Buddy's companionship is irreplaceable.
I agree. There's just something so special about the bond between a person and their pet.
Couldn't have said it better. It's a connection that's truly one of a kind.
For sure. Pets bring so much love and happiness into our lives.
Definitely. I'm grateful every day for the joy Buddy brings me.
Same here. Lily is truly a blessing.
Pets really are the best. I don't know what I'd do without Buddy.
Lesson 11: The joy of growing old together.
Hey Anna, have you ever thought about what it would be like to grow old together?
You know, I have. If I'm lucky enough to live that long, I hope I'll still be mentally alert and physically active.
Absolutely. I'd hate to lose my mental faculties or be confined to a wheelchair.
Same here. I want to be able to enjoy my golden years to the fullest.
Definitely. Being able to travel and pursue our hobbies would be the dream.
Definitely. And of course, having each other to share in those experiences would be priceless.
Exactly. Growing old with the person you love sounds absolutely wonderful.
I agree. Just the thought of being able to sit on the porch together, watching the sunset, makes me smile.
Ha, and bickering over who gets the last cookie, just like an old married couple.
Haha, yes. And arguing over who's going to do the crossword puzzle first.
Or reminiscing about all the crazy adventures we had in our younger days.
Oh, the stories we'd be able to tell. I can just imagine our grandkids rolling their eyes.
Ah, yes. They'd probably think we're ancient history.
But we'd be loving every minute of it. Growing old with your best friend is the dream.
Absolutely. As long as I have you by my side, I'll be a happy old man.
Ah, John. And I'll be a happy old lady with you. Here's to many more years together.
I'll drink to that. Cheers to a lifetime of love and laughter.
Cheers, my dear. Here's to growing old, gracefully, and with each other.
I couldn't agree more. This is going to be one heck of a ride.
Lesson 12: A Lifesize Adventure.
Yo, Anna, have you ever thought about living in a dollhouse?
A dollhouse? You mean like a tiny, miniature house? That sounds so whimsical.
Exactly. Imagine being able to live in a life-size dollhouse. It would be so much fun.
Ah, but John, think of the dangers. We'd be like giants compared to the furniture.
Oh, come on, Anna. Where's your sense of adventure? Think of the possibilities.
I don't know, John. Stepping on the tiny chairs and tables doesn't sound very appealing.
But just imagine, you could live in a cozy little house, with everything scaled down to our size.
I suppose it could be quite charming. We'd have to be extremely careful, though.
Of course. We'd have to tiptoe around and watch our every move. It would be a challenge.
A challenge, indeed. But you know what they say, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward.
Exactly. And just think of the amazing Instagram photos we could take.
Haha, yes. We'd be the envy of all our friends. Living in a life-size dollhouse.
See, you're starting to come around to the idea. It would be the ultimate adventure.
Alright, you've convinced me. Let's do it. Where can we find a life-size dollhouse?
Ha, I was hoping you'd say that. We're going to have so much fun, you'll see.
I'm a little nervous, but mostly excited. This is going to be one wild ride.
That's the spirit, Anna. I can't wait to see what kind of mischief we can get into.
Me neither, John. Let's make some memories in our life-size dollhouse.
You bet. This is going to be the best decision we've ever made.
Lesson 13, Airport Adventures.
Hey, Anna, did you remember to pack your manners for the flight?
Manners? Of course. I wouldn't dream of causing a ruckus at the airport.
Good, good. You know how people can get all wound up and lose their cool.
Absolutely. We need to be mindful and respectful of everyone around us.
Exactly. Like, no hogging the armrests or cutting in line, you know?
Oh, definitely. And no blasting music or having loud phone conversations.
Haha, yeah. That's a surefire way to get the stink eye from your fellow travelers.
Ugh, yes. And don't even get me started on people who recline their seats all the way back.
Ooh, that's a hot button issue. Personal space is so important on a flight.
Absolutely. We should be courteous and considerate of those around us.
Totally. And let's not forget about properly stowing our carry-on luggage.
Good point. We don't want to be that person who blocks the aisle or hogs the overhead bin.
Exactly. Gotta be mindful of the flow and not impede everyone else.
Agreed. This is going to be a full flight, so we need to be extra aware.
No doubt. But hey, if we all follow the unwritten rules of air travel, it'll be a breeze.
Absolutely. With a little airport etiquette, we can keep the peace and have a smooth trip.
That's the spirit, Anna. Let's set the example for good airport behavior.
Lesson 14, Fitness Frenzy.
Alright, Anna, I'm pumped to get my fitness game on. What's the plan?
Ooh, I've got some great ideas. How about we start with a brisk morning jog?
I'm all over that. Gotta get the heart rate up and those endorphins flowing.
Totally. And afterwards, we can do some strength training to tone up.
Excellent. I'm thinking push ups, squats, and maybe even some planks.
Awesome. We can challenge each other and push our limits.
Heck yeah. Friendly competition is the best way to stay motivated.
Agreed. And don't forget about flexibility. Yoga would be perfect.
Ooh, I'm a little rusty on my downward dog, but I'm willing to give it a shot.
No worries, I'll walk you through it. It's all about finding your center.
I dig it. Gotta keep that mind body connection strong, you know?
Absolutely. And don't forget to fuel up properly. Healthy snacks are key.
Good call. Protein packed smoothies and fresh fruits and veggies.
Exactly. We want to nourish our bodies, not weigh them down.
You got that right. This is gonna be a lifestyle change, not a quick fix.
Exactly. Slow and steady wins the race when it comes to getting fit.
I'm with you, Anna. Let's do this thing and feel better than ever.
You bet, John. This is going to be an amazing fitness journey. I can't wait.
Me neither. This is the start of a whole new, healthier you and me.
Lesson 15, Contract Conundrum.
Morning, Anna. Got a quick question about those payment terms.
Sure, John. What's on your mind? I'm happy to clarify.
Well, I was hoping we could tweak the due date a bit. Would that be possible?
Let me take a look. What kind of timeline were you thinking?
How about 30 days instead of the current 15? That would give us more flexibility.
I see. And would that work with your cash flow projections?
Absolutely. It would really help us manage our finances better.
Okay, that makes sense. I think we can make that adjustment.
Fantastic. I really appreciate your willingness to be flexible.
No problem at all. We want to ensure this partnership is a success.
Agreed. And speaking of success, any thoughts on bundling services?
Ooh, that's an interesting idea. What kind of package deal did you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking we could add in some marketing support at a discounted rate.
I'd be open to exploring that. Could boost our visibility together.
Exactly. We'd both benefit from the increased exposure.
Sounds good. Let's hash out the details and get that sorted.
Wonderful. This is shaping up to be a really productive conversation.
Definitely. I'm glad we could find some common ground on these terms.
Me too. This is why I enjoy working with you, Anna. You're always so reasonable.
Lesson 16, Cooking Collaboration.
Yo, Anna, I've got a tasty recipe to share.
Ooh, do tell. I'm always on the hunt for new dishes.
So I tried this roasted veggie dish the other day, and it was a hit.
Interesting. What kind of veggies did you use?
I went with a mix: carrots, Brussels sprouts, and sweet potatoes.
That sounds like a delicious combo. Any special seasoning?
Actually, yeah, I added a touch of cinnamon, and it really brought out the flavors.
Cinnamon on veggies? That's an unexpected twist.
I know, right? But it worked so well. Added a nice nutty flavor to it.
Nice, I'll definitely try that next time I roast some veggies.
Definitely do. Oh, and I tossed in some chopped pecans too.
Pecans, huh? That must have given it a great crunch.
Absolutely. Really took the dish to the next level.
Well, you've sold me. I'm gonna have to recreate this.
Let me know how it turns out. I'm always looking to learn new tricks.
Lesson 17, Impactful Oration.
Hey Anna, got a quick question about your speech writing process.
Absolutely, I'm happy to share. What would you like to know?
Well, I'm working on an important presentation and could use some tips.
Sure, what kind of tips are you looking for exactly?
I want to make sure my speech really resonates with the audience, you know?
Definitely. The key is focusing on substance over style.
Ah, I see what you mean. Less about fancy words, more about real impact.
Precisely. Things, and we will do that not so much with speeches that sound good as with speeches that are good in sound.
I like that. Authenticity and relevance are crucial.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to get personal and share stories.
Good point. Connecting on an emotional level is so important.
Exactly. Paint a vivid picture that your audience can relate to.
That's really helpful. Any other advice you can offer?
Well, think about your key messages and structure it logically.
Yes, gotta have a clear flow and not just ramble on.
Exactly. And don't forget to practice, practice, practice.
Definitely. Delivery is just as critical as the content itself.
Absolutely. With the right approach, your speech will be a real knockout.
I appreciate you taking the time to share these tips, Anna. This is super helpful.
Lesson 18, Grocery Game Plan.
Morning, Anna. Got a quick question for you.
Hey there, sure, what's up?
I'm about to head to the store, but I want to make sure I don't forget anything.
Good thinking. Let's make a list of everything we need before we go.
Okay, great idea. Let's see, we definitely need some fresh produce.
Definitely. What kinds of fruits and veggies should we get?
Well, I was thinking maybe some crisp apples, juicy oranges, and some leafy greens.
Ooh, that sounds like a delicious start. What else do we need?
How about some whole grain breads or pasta for some healthy carbs?
Good call. And we can't forget the protein, maybe some chicken or fish?
Absolutely. Gotta balance out the meal. Oh, and we'll need some seasonings too.
Of course, can't forget the spices to really bring out the flavors.
Exactly. And let's not forget the dairy, milk, cheese, maybe some yogurt.
Definitely. Lots of good calcium and probiotics in those.
For sure. Alright, I think that covers the main bases. Anything else we're missing?
Can't think of anything off the top of my head. Shall we head to the store?
Sounds good to me. Let's do this time to conquer the grocery list.
Lesson 19, Grocery Discipline.
Hey Anna, I've got a question about shopping habits.
Alright, I'm listening. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm trying to be more disciplined when I go to the grocery store.
Oh, I hear you. Impulse buying can really derail a budget.
Exactly. I always end up grabbing things I don't really need.
I know the feeling. How are you hoping to stay more focused?
I'm gonna try to stick to the list we made earlier. No wandering aimlessly.
Good plan. Making a solid grocery list is half the battle.
Definitely. And I'll try to avoid those tempting end caps and impulse items.
Smart move. The outer aisles are usually where the essentials are.
Yep, I'll keep to the perimeter as much as possible.
Ooh, and don't forget to eat a snack before you go. That helps too.
Ah, yes, good call. Shopping on an empty stomach is a recipe for disaster.
Haha, yes. Then everything looks extra appetizing.
Exactly. Okay, I think I've got a solid plan in place now.
Awesome, I'm sure you'll do great. Just stick to that list.
Will do. Wish me luck, time to conquer the grocery store.